Good morning all. Managed to do it once again. I recorded a video 12 minutes long. YouTube will not allow anything in excess of 10 minutes. So I've got to start again. So let's just I'm going to wrap this up quite quickly. Dollar is stretched, in my opinion. It's hugely overbought on this index 60-minute chart. Look how far it's come from my 200 moving average, which is down here. Needs a pullback to this 77.80 or 78 level. Is it going to happen this morning? Well, probably not. It looks like a little bit of consolidation is in order first, and this might just go sideways and range for a couple of days before advancing next week. I really can't tell at this stage, but it doesn't give me great hope. I'm not looking to buy dollars at this level, which makes it a little bit difficult because pound dollar is below all my averages. It would need to break the daily pivot and this level for me to start buying it or going long on this market. At the moment it's just not there, is it? So it's got to rise up another 50 pips before I can even start looking at it. So it's certainly not one for the immediate future. Can I be selling it if dollar does slacken off? Absolutely not. However, if the dollar does advance, then a play through this 162.50 level could see it a little bit lower. Look what we've got just below though. Monthly pivot, weekly pivot really needs to break through these two before we can start shorting. I think that's going to come next week when the dollar starts advancing. As I said yesterday, pound is not, I repeat, is not the weakest currency out there, so it's probably one just for the back burner. I know a lot of people say I'm a cable trader. Well, you can trade just cable, but you have to understand that if you are a cable trader, you're going to sit there doing absolutely nothing, or in trades that are doing absolutely nothing quite a lot of the time when pound is not the weakest currency. You can see where this fell from yesterday. Done absolutely nothing. Look what happened to everything else. Just scrunch these up a little bit. Euro dollar, Aussie dollar, Kiwi, all weaker than pound. Alright, so if you're a cable trader, you have to be more patient than an average trader, and therefore you will probably, unless you're experienced, be prone to making a lot of mistakes, because patience is one of the hardest things to learn in trading. And really, I must say that to sit there all day looking at a pound dollar chart doing nothing can become very, very frustrating indeed. So, you know, do have a look at Euro, Aussie, Kiwi, CAD, Swiss. It's only 6 charts. It's easily manageable. Anyway, moving on. Euro, it's flat, isn't it? But can we be selling it at this level? Not really. Can we be buying it at this level? Not really. I need to see Euro pushing up above this level here and then above the pivot at 141.57 for a play up to this 60-minute 50. So it's not the best setup at the moment. Now, I quite like this, I must admit. It's not entirely dissimilar to the CAD from last week. Excuse me. Let's have a look. If we are looking at the dollar slacking off a little bit, then we will expect the Aussie to rise. And it is the best setup. Why? Because it's above my 60-minute 20, and my 15-minute 20 is coming into cross that 60-minute 20. That is what we call the silver cross. We've had the golden cross on the 15-minute averages, red going through the blue there already. So if that does break through at 91.40, I'd expect to see up at 91.70. But against the main trend, i.e. 60-minute 20 is below the 60-minute 50, so technically the trend is still down, then what do we have to bear in mind? We are playing a risky position, and therefore we should reduce our risk by using 50% stakes. So if it does break through the 91.40, goes up to 91.70, 50% stakes, only 15 pips, but I don't think we're going to be able to eke a great deal out of these markets today. Kiwi, Sit up still for the short. Are we going to see it going sideways, just channeling, allowing this 60-minute 50 to catch up and then bang south? That's what you've got to be looking at longer term. Longer term picture for the dollar, for me, is most definitely up, and therefore I would rather just sit here, do something less boring than watching charts do nothing all day, get on with something else, and allow these consolidations and these retracements to take place. I know we all want to make money from this. It's not just about trading. It's actually about making money, and that's why I'm probably going to bin off the US session. The US video, it's just a waste of time. For me, the amount of times I've given back the morning pips in the afternoon, and I would imagine the majority of you would have done the same. The US news affects every single market, whereas the UK news and the European news affects 4 or 5 markets. So it's it's negligible as to what's the point of making 50 pips in the morning to give back 60, 70 in the afternoon. It's really, it's not fun. It's time consuming for me. It's time consuming for you, because you've got to listen to me going on for 10 minutes, and then most of the time we're probably going to get it wrong anyway. So with the news coming out at 1:30 UK time over there in the States, and then Wall Street opening at 2:30, you're not ready to trade really until 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, where's the volatility coming from? The UK boys have gone home. The Europeans have gone home. There's not huge amounts of volatility, and that's why I've never really done it. So I'm probably going to get rid of that one and just focus on this morning session, and then perhaps do a little, 11 o'clock update or something like that. But any suggestions welcome as ever. Dollar CAD. Here we go. Big move yesterday. That was the move. There was another opportunity. However, you would have been playing quite a long distance away from your pivot, but it never really got carried away with itself, because it was sideways here after this initial break. It's allowed this 50 to catch up quite nicely, so your stop loss would have had to be about 55, and you're in at 75. I missed that one, but it was a good one all the same for a good 100 pips. And dollar Swiss, look at that, it's just overstretched. It's divergence, needs to pull back to 103.85 minimum. If it can do that, then great. We'll see that little Aussie play out. If it doesn't do that, if it holds up here, then you're going to see Aussie dropping off to going sideways. Let's just have a quick look at that. You can see it's trying, isn't it? It's trying to break down through here, but not with any vengeance at the moment. Maybe this is just going to allow these averages to catch up and then pop through there later. Don't really know. To be fair, I'm on the bench with that as well. If that does fall through, we're going to see the dollar index falling through, and we're going to see that Aussie pushing up a little bit. So I'm going to be looking out for that through the 40 level. That's me until later on. Bye for now.